Orobosa in the journalism profession, the acting permanent secretary in the ministry, Mr. Dan Aibawa, another very senior colleague in the pen profession. Because this afternoon, our presentation at Edo State, under the platform of by the chairman, Mrs. Rose Imonike. You're welcome. Sitting beside her to take graduation from there. After which, the chairman will let us into the purpose of their visit. Thank you.
Those in the Ministry of Oil and Gas, executive members of Nigeria Union of Journalists, the Secretary of the Union. And seated before stands the Treasurer of the Union. He is the Auditor of the Chapel. And as you can see, our beautiful lady, you know how much we can even introduce to you. I'm happy she's the PRO of this ministry. She is our Financial Secretary. She's Yanga Francisca. We do have call her Yanga because she's a very beautiful girl. And he's the chairman, and she has already introduced her. But let me once again introduce her. She's an iron lady who is able to carry all chapel members along. Now she's the chairman of the Rose in the middle.
The acting permanent secretary and the director of the present, good morning. I have an address to deliver this morning. In your office today are the executive members of the Nigeria Union of Journalists and State Information Chapter. We are here to intimate you of our union and the role we play in the dissemination of government policies and activities. The chapel is made up of all information officers in the Ministry of Information and Orientation, of which some are deployed to serve as public relations officers in ministries and local government areas, while others are domiciled in the newsroom, taking charge of the production of the news bulletin. The PROs serve as link between the ministries of their primary assignment, the media, and the Ministry of Information. They also act as the image makers and information managers of their ministries, as it is their function to disseminate information on government policies as regards their ministry. They feed the newsroom and the Edo Life magazine with such information for publication. In spite of these important roles they play, some of them are often left without the necessary tools to work with. Sometimes they are expected to send reports to media houses without transport fares and later blamed for not publicizing the activities of their ministries. We want to use this medium, sir, to solicit for the provision of the necessary paraphernalia of office to our member who is serving with you, to enable her carry out her duties judiciously and to serve the ministry and the state adequately. This executive is determined to make the union very vibrant. We have a lot of programs lined up for the year. The first among the programs was a free eye screening and a seminar on the care of the eyes, which took place on the 10th of April this year within these premises. We did send the Honorable Commissioner an invitation letter, but we didn't see you at that program. Don't know what happened. The aim of the program was to ensure that the staff of all the ministries domiciled around have healthy eyes, as the eyes are very important in carrying out their duties properly. The program was a great success, and all those who participated benefited immensely from the kind gesture of the optometrist, as some got good reading glasses for as low as 2,000 naira. This visit is one of the activities we have lined up for this quarter of the year, because we desire better working conditions for our members. We shall be visiting other commissioners and chairmen of local government councils to whom there is a PRO attached, to solicit for their cooperation and provision of conducive work environment for our members who are working with them. Towards the end of this year, we shall be having a press week and the presence of the Honorable Commissioner will be highly appreciated at the occasion. We will be back here in September to give you a detailed plan of the program and the exact role you shall be playing at the occasion. The interest we have in you stems from the fact that you are one of us and a senior colleague, a politician and a publisher. We have no doubt that your forthrightness and sense of duty contributed to your appointment as a member of the State Executive Council. We are very proud of you and we are happy to be associated with you. We wish you a successful tenure in office. Thank you.
The chairman of the Chapel NUJ Formation has delivered our address. As a very, very senior colleague of this in this profession, you could please enlighten us more on this profession. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me greet all of us for finding this ministry worthy to be visited. I'm not surprised to have taken special interest in me after I'm one of you. My first impression when I got the invite, when Thompson and his colleague were pushing. I said, I know why they are pushing. They are part and parcel of the group. What I want to say is that this ministry is very lucky to have somebody who has spent over 25 years, 26 years or thereabout of his adult life in the business of information dissemination. That means producing information in all manner of media. So I understand the terrain so well, and I understand the challenges, the prospects involved in media management or information management. So I listen to you very well. Let me say that if your colleague here, the treasurer of the group, who is the PRO here, I'm sure she must have told you, their personal care is, I'm sure we are doing our best here to ensure that they work in an environment that is conducive, in an environment that can enable their creativity in writing, in editing, and in production. You spoke about providing the necessary tools for them to carry out their daily chores or functions. We have equally done our best within the scarce resources, within very lean budgetary provision 2013 in the ministry. But we have not had cause to ask them to do a report without getting them a camera, either stick camera or TV camera. We have not had cause of using their money to take transport to any of the media houses. We have not had cause of telling them to bring that money from their purse to carry out the functions expected of them on behalf of the ministry. But however, I've equally found that we need to do more. So as a direct response to your request, The ministry is in the process of acquiring our own cameras, both the still digital camera and the TV camera. We've just received approval from the government, and we're in the process of acquiring the best camera we can find in the industry. Because, like you said, I believe a journalist must be given the necessary equipment to be able to deliver on those functions that they are expected to carry out. Then again, I have accepted on behalf of my colleagues, the management team of the ministry. If they accept, I have accepted, I will discuss with them to say all your future activities, I will ensure that I accept the invitation without equivocation. But let me quickly deny on record, and I hope it will be recorded well, that I didn't dishonor your invitation for the free eye service that your chapel provided for members of your chapel. I don't know. Maybe I will have to find out. My policy here is that I'm here for the purpose, for one purpose, and that purpose is to serve the people. That's why I'm a public servant. I'm not a civil servant. We are tenured. Being a commissioner, I'm aware. I am quite aware that I have a specific time to spend here, and that is why I've never rejected any invitation here. Mrs. Somoda is in charge of my secretariat, my progress secretariat, and most of my invitations here are compressed to a flat sheet, and it's our role and duty to drum it into my ear. Some of you that know me so well know I don't talk like this. The mere fact that my voice is gone is not because I have a deep voice, it's because I've strained it. Yesterday were about three functions. I'm happy I'm needed everywhere. And a neighbor of mine came to my house, a reverend, and said he saw me at the stadium on May Day. I was chewing gum. I said, I don't chew gum. I said, chewing gum is better than if I was dozing off. Because I just couldn't help but to close my eyes, and I needed to ask for chewing gum to chew so I don't, the TV camera will catch me the way they caught me chewing, sleeping and dozing off. So I don't run away from my responsibility here. When I'm tired, I can throw the toy. But I'm not tired now, and I'm sure next time if the decision is challenged well, I will accept it. I haven't promised you that we will do everything within our means to satisfy the chapel and the union at large. Let me equally request on behalf of the ministry. Because I read through from the heading of your speech, it's quite obvious that the members of Nigerian Union of Journalists in those State Information Chapel, led by Mrs. Rose Imoneke, I'm accusing them now, and it's on camera too, that you people are part and parcel of the channel to distort and devalue the essence of this ministry. This ministry, if peradventure there was an error along the way, I think it's the role of the ministry, because I've gone through the weekly bulletin and the magazine. This error over time has been repeated. This ministry is a ministry for now, in charge of special duties, command, oil and gas, and nothing has changed. Yes, I know before now a commissioner was announced in charge of special duties who has been correctly reassigned to the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development until the ministry is re-Christianed. I think we, the journalists, should help to misinform the public and create confusion in the history books. The ministry as it is now is still the Ministry of Special Duties, Oil and Gas. Although we are in the process, we have made requests to government and we have requested that the ministry should be Christian so that we can function well, we can appropriately showcase what we are set out to do. The brief of the ministry is actually solid minerals, oil and gas. We are in charge of keeping records in terms of investment, government investment in the area of solid minerals. Of course, if you know, we have about 13 solid minerals in the state, at least 13. Edo State is the nerve center. Edo State is the hub of gas production. The volume of gas in Edo State is unparalleled. We have more gas than of oil as of today. Edo State is the biggest contributor of gas to the Nigerian gas company as it is today. This ministry is a saddled responsibility of providing data and monitoring of the activities in the gas sector, ditto the oil sector as well as to moderate the operation